Hello, dear students. This is your teacher Alejandra, and this is a class of week number 10. Used to. Used to plus infinitive. We use this expression to talk about habits or repeat actions in the past, which we don't do in the present. We also use it to talk about states in the past which are no longer true. For example, I used to play marbles when I was a child, but now I prefer to play video games. He used to listen to the radio all the time, but now he prefers podcasts. They used to read a lot when they were younger, but now they prefer audiobooks. The affirmative form of used to is the following: subject plus used to plus verb in base form and the rest of the sentence. Examples: Mary used to take pictures with her camera, but now she prefers her phone. David used to watch TV all the time, but now he doesn't have enough time. Okay? As you can see, we have the subject Mary, then used to, the verb in base form, and the rest of the sentence. The second example, we have the same. David, that is a subject, then the used to, and the verb in base form. Watch out! With the negative and the questions, it's used and not used with the at the end. Be careful. The negative form of used to plus infinitive. The formula is subject plus didn't plus used to plus verb in base form and the rest of the sentence. Examples: She didn't used to like to play cards, but she does now. Okay, we have didn't. That's why we don't have this verb in past simple, because we already have the auxiliary here. The same happens with the second example. I didn't used to play chess. Okay, as you can see, we don't need to add the at the end of the verb use. Okay, because we already have the auxiliary did. Questions with used to plus infinitive. The formula is did plus subject plus used to plus verb in base form and the rest of the question. Examples: Did you used to play checkers? As you can see, we have the auxiliary verb did and we have the verb in present. Okay, we don't need to add the at the end of the verb use. The second example: Did he used to listen to the radio? Okay, again we have did, so we don't need to add the at the end of use. With used to, there is no verb be. We can't say I am used to have long hair. Okay? You don't use the verb to be with used to. Number 2, would plus the infinitive. We can also use would plus infinitive to talk about a habit or repeat action in the past. We usually use would plus infinitive in this way when we are telling a story about the past. So we can say, when I was a student, we would often play video games after class on a Friday. The second example, when I lived in Spain, we would go to an arcade machine near our house. However, we don't use would plus infinitive to talk about states in the past. So if we're talking about the past, we can't say, I would have long hair. I would live in Scotland, okay? We don't use it to talk about states in the past, okay? Only when we're telling a story about the past, okay? Number 3, be used to. The affirmative form. We use be used to plus the verb in ing to talk about things which feel normal for us or things that we are accustomed to. For example, I'm used to getting up early, so I don't mind doing it. It means that getting up early is normal for me. It's what I usually do. That's why here we're using the structure be used to. Okay? My little daughter is used to eating lunch at noon, so she was grumpy yesterday when we didn't eat until 1. okay? The formula is the subject plus the verb to be used to the verb in ing and the rest of the sentence. Example, my mother, which is the subject, is the verb to be used to the verb in ing that is drinking Coke every day. The negative form and questions will be used to. The negative form. The formula is the subject, the verb to be, not, the verb in ing, and the rest of the sentence. Example, Lucy isn't used to staying up late, so she's very tired today. Questions. The formula. Verb to be, subject, used to, verb in ing, the rest of the sentence. Example, are your children used to walking a lot? More examples. In the past, people used to play cards. When I was a child, I used to play tic-tac-toe with my cousins. My cousins and I were used to play with blocks when we were little. Thank you. See you next time.